This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
So now they've got to start from deep in there into the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, swings to his right, gets to the 20. He's at the 30. Needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline. Quick the first field. Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst. Back to throw. In trouble. He's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs. Gets away again. Goes to the 40. Gets away again. To the 35. That's back at the 30. To the 20. The 50. He died. Touchdown. 49ers. 27-yard line. 49ers at the Alex looking down in post, and it's still there. Touchdown! Touchdown 49ers!
Yeah. 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 Y'all know what time it is, faithful. Click, click, boom. What's going on, y'all? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, and we are ready to finally overreact for the first time in a very, very long time. We get to start the show with victory shots. Now, guys, I got to go through the formalities before we do, so please bear with me. If this is your first time here on the show, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notifications so you know exactly when we are going live, okay? Follow us on some of our social media platforms. We have Twitter, we have Snapchat. Those handles are nothing but 9ERS. It's the number 9, nothing but 9ERS. We have Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitch, and that handle is nothing but Niners, spelled all the way out. I think the Twitch one has like underscores or something like that in there, but guys, it was spooky out there, y'all. Huh? Jimmy Garoppolo went out there. He put the team on his back. He said, "What up?" He said, "I'm here. It's my house, Chicago." And Jimmy Garoppolo went out there and had damn near a flawless game. We're going to break all that stuff down. But before we do, I got to let you guys know, I'm your guy, your host, 49ers Mike _ NFL. This is driving me crazy because the line ain't centered at the top. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm your host, 49ers Mike _ NFL. Joining me tonight is going to be my guy, Wayne Breezy. I think he went to go get his victory shot, so I'm going to wait a second for my man to get in here. This is going to be a fun show. We're going to react to how everything went. This is going to be great, man. I just can't wait to show you guys our thoughts on this game, talk about it all, and then we're going to cheer, believe it or not, for the Cowboys. Is that right? Yeah, that's right, guys, because the Niners right now are 1 game out of the 7th seed. Ooh, there he is. Let's go with the Reds. Michael Myers. Let's go, baby. What's going on, Breezy? How you feeling, big dog?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we got that dub. We got that dub. Did I not say we was going to get that dub?
You did, baby.
All day long. Bump Madden. Bump all that stuff. Bump the Bears. Bump everything. We got that dub. Let's go.
You called it, bro, and I was doubtful. I held my ground, said, man, I don't know. Even at halftime, I was like, yeah, I don't think so. But I'll be damned if the Niners didn't pull it out. Look at that. Flex on them, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, kid. That's exactly what, man. That's what I'm talking about, Wayne. Let's go, baby.
Snapshot that.
Yeah.
Mike, what up, baby? Yo.
Yeah.
Yo,
How you
what
feeling
a
over there, big bro?
What a trick. What a treat. You know what I'm saying? For the 49ers faithful, man. Like, this was a must-win game. They went out there. They did what they had to do. It was a little slow. We should be used to that. But I tell you what, man, shout out to the coaching staff. Shout out to Mitch Wisnowski and his new baby girl and his wife for letting him even come to play. Shout out to Jimmy Garoppolo. Shout out to Elijah Mitchell. Shout out to Debo Brandon, the offensive line. Even though the defense sucked, the defense. Shout out to the whole team. And most importantly, shout out to you, the faithful baby. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. And we can't forget our guy, Diamador Lenore, who also had a baby. But the team said, hey, we got other corners. That's why Diamador Lenore was not with the team. His girlfriend just had their beautiful baby girl. So shout out to him as well, man. Guys, y'all know what time it is, right? I don't have a shot. Actually, I don't even know if I could play that. So even if I did have it, I guess I couldn't play it, right? Because they probably got all that. But Breezy, you ready, man? Faithful, if y'all out there now, look, I posted the link in the beginning of the show. Nobody jumped in here, so I think it's just going to be me and you. That gold bar is on deck, baby. Now, look, I can't show y'all the bottle. I don't have the bottle here no more, but y'all see the dark liquor is in there. Ain't nothing clear going on over here. Nothing clear going on over here. This is going to be great, man. You know why I had to play the Purge intro? Man, I talked about that after we throw these bad boys back because, man, oh, man, Breezy, I was ready. The team was ready. What? Oh, man. Them boys came out. They played some ball. Guys, we didn't punt. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it until we ready to go. So, all right, let's do this, man. Through the lips and past the gums. Watch out, tummy. Here it comes. Salute. Damn, this shot glass bigger than I thought it was. That was like a double or something in here. I don't know. Good Lord, yeah. Got a little sizzle in that jet. Okay.
Hey, on Nitty Gritty, I was doing Crown Royale. On the Bananas, I do the gold bar, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to, man. You got to. You know what I'm saying? You got to break it down, Breezy, brother. I appreciate you for jumping in here. Shout out to any and everybody who was taking those shots with us, taking the cheers with us. If you guys took a victory shot with us, I understand y'all don't want to be on camera, but if you took a victory shot, put that emoji in here. Let me know what y'all did. All right. I just want to see the emojis out here. Miss Debbie with the first contribution after a 49ers win in over a month. It took us going on the road to unify as a team, bro.
What I say, bro?
On the road.
Road Warriors. Can I do it one time for you? Can I do it one time?
Break it down.
What a rush!
Let's go, baby. Huh? Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Miss Debbie with the first contribution. Thank you so much, love. Thank you, Miss Debbie. She says that whole team push over the goal line showed you how bad the team wanted to win. Bro, I saw Elijah Mitchell. I know exactly what place you're talking about. Elijah Mitchell seemed to get stifled like 4 yards short of the end zone, right? Then all of a sudden, I see everybody converging. You know who the guy who came in and put it over the top?
Who?
Big 71. Trent Williams came up there like the freaking silverback that he is and just carried everybody in there, and Elijah Mitchell stayed up. Now, normally when the Niners go to do something like that, the refs blow the play dead. They don't even allow that to happen. But this time, they let us get that.
And with the finger push to even push Trent Williams over the top, and Jimmy Garoppolo with the fingernail. Get get your tail in the
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yo.
Usually I don't do this, but go ahead and keep the party going.
Yeah. All right, look at all the people that took shots with this. Hold up. Look at that. Look. 49ers Laker. Jermaine Adams. Anthony Romero. Long Island girl. What's this? Is this a shot? What's that? Is that a champagne?
That's a martini,
glass.
baby.
Okay,
that's
it's a martini glass. Okay, I see it.
Don't
That's
discriminate
John
against the
Watson there.
martinis.
No, I ain't mad at y'all at all. Hunter Lee with the beer. Look at the cheers from Michael M. The Douce on deck. That's what I'm talking about. Miss Debbie getting in there. Let's go. Another martini glass in there, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Everybody in here showing love. Hunter Lee. Did Miss Debbie do doubles? Oh, man. Hunter Lee in here. Look at me. I sound like a broken record. E. Bell. Left Coast Mana. Oh, yeah, I said that right. Oh, Hunter Lee almost made me click an inappropriate emoji, bro. I don't know how you slipped that one in there. Niner Cali boy. Itchy 95. I mean, everybody was in here showing love. Wait, where'd it go? I missed. Oh, don't make me skip now. Here we go. Hold on. Brandon Greenlaw. No relation to Dre, right?
There might be a relation. We don't know that.
Maybe. Trey Willie in here. I can't put the ice cream one. That's not a drink, right? They don't have ice cream shots, do they? I don't think they have ice cream shots. Look at this. Look. Master Sith. People out in the street celebrating. Cheers from San Francisco, man. The team was going through it, guys. Emotions were low, right? No, I'm sorry. Emotions were high. Morale was low. But the team found a way to flip the switch tonight, man. And we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, the goods, the bads, and everything in between. Our guy, Sean Shepard, with the contribution. I'm asking all of you to wish the happiest birthday to Asia Shepard, my oldest daughter, 28 years old today. Hey, Asia. Happy birthday on Halloween, young lady. Happy birthday on Halloween, young lady.
I hope she haven't seen Squid Games because you.
This had nothing to do with the end. They introduced his character in like the third episode. It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. Right. I promise.
You're right. Okay?
So happy birthday to Asia. Your father and the whole family loves you. Happy 28th birthday, young lady. Oh man, to be 28 again. Oh man. He says, you are my I'm sorry. Happy. All right, let me read it again. I'm asking all of you to wish the happiest birthday to Asia Shepard, my oldest daughter, 28 today. I love you, Asia. You are my firstborn. I am honored and proud that I am your father, my Pooh Bear. Let me tell you something. Nicknames from daddy mean a ton. To tell your child that you are honored is the most humble thing a father can do. Nothing else says I'm proud of you than to say something along the lines of, I am honored to be your parent. So shout out to Sean. Definitely bigger shout out to that young lady, Asia. I really, really hope you enjoyed your day. Have some sweets. Don't get too many because you have a tummy ache in the morning, all right? Trey Willie had my gold bar on deck. That's what I'm talking about, man. Gabriel, he didn't show the glass. I'm drinking a tall-ass beer, and I don't drink too much. That's what I'm talking about. Go slow, big bro. Go slow. Cheers from a Facebook user. I don't know who you are. It says, Juice played such an amazing game today. He opened the lanes all day for Mitchell. Guys, Danny Terry is in here. Solid Roots is in here. Ray Trejo is in here, man. Everybody got the drinks flowing. Gabriel with another one he told us about. Richard Deloach. I hope I said that right. Deloach. Is that what you see there, Breezy?
That's what I see, baby.
All right, guys. Listen, I love y'all. I want to keep clicking them all, but I got to ask my man, Breezy. I'm going to click him while Breezy talks, man. Breezy, this game is a lot. We all over the place. I want you to give me your biggest takeaways, and then we're going to turn around and run it down in a more organized fashion. But give me some of your biggest takeaways tonight, my man.
I mean, the biggest takeaways, it was night and day, right? For the first two halves, right? The first half looked stagnant. It looked like we weren't going to be able to kind of like score touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? It was all field goal drive. So that was a good thing because we did get in a scoring position multiple times. We ended up missing a field goal. But you also saw those eradicated throws by Jimmy Garoppolo. I know people don't want to talk about it because they want to say that he finished well, 17 for 28, I believe that's what it was, or something like that. And so he finished at like 60% in completing his passes. I'm just going off the dome. I don't have anything pulled up, but I don't mind getting it pulled up.
Oh, no, I got it. Don't worry. I got you, bro.
Yeah, but Jimmy Garoppolo, you know what I'm saying? Like he searched within himself and he willed himself to be better for his team. And you know, it all started when the players were dropping passes, and he went on the sideline. He went to his wide receivers, and he did not yell at them. He said, "Listen, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, but you're gonna live to fight another day."
Let's go.
Okay, that's exactly what he said
Let's
in Wade
go.
Patrick Brown words. I'm telling you, that's what he said. And I tell you what, they ain't drop a pass after that. Jimmy had 3 passes dropped on the night. Few passes were off target, and the rest were on target. So Jimmy was locked and loaded, man. And how cool was it to see Jimmy throw down the field? His first pass attempt down the field was a deep pass. It was incomplete, but the fact that he attempted it was amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody had a nerve to say, well, 20 yards isn't a deep pass. Listen, anytime you throw that ball down the field, it's a deep pass because you're trying to take the top off the D, and you're trying to look to see how the defense is playing. And I believe that pass set up that deeper pass to Deebo Samuel. That 80-yard kind of like pass that he threw down to Deebo, where he caught it over 2 defenders. And I went back and watched the play, Mike, and I said to myself, I thought the ball was severely underthrown, and it wasn't. It just wasn't thrown further to lead him into the end zone. It was really the perfect drop and the arm type of pass. It just wasn't a leading throw to where the receiver can kind of pull off and run. So look, it was night and day. The defense was pretty much gassed at the second quarter, man. Like I like the second quarter, the defense could not figure stuff out. But I tell you what, they did. They bent, but they didn't break. And I know the defense didn't play up to par, ladies and gentlemen, but I tell you what, they only finished with giving up 22 points. I just want to let that sink in. Against a quarterback that rushed for over 100 yards. The first quarterback this season to rush over 100 yards on this defense. And I tell you what, man, stopping 2 out of the 3 quarterbacks they faced so far, man, that ain't a bad stat for me, bro, because Kyler Murray didn't do it, and he won't be doing it next week. And Russell Wilson didn't do it, and he might not be doing it the week we play them again. And so, listen, I will say Justin Fields played like a rookie. He did what he was supposed to do. He scrambled. He made plays. He extended plays, and he was able to pull okey doke on the defense. Because let's talk about that 4th down, Mike. Defense had him stopped. They just couldn't bring the squirm worm down. And so he got around him, got to the end zone, and it is what it is, man. So, look, the 49ers are going to be all right. They're getting back reinforcements. I think that's the best thing we got from the game, even though we may have lost Jimmy Ward for a few weeks.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the injuries and things like that. Mariah with the next contribution here. She says, would love to join my favorite fellas for a victory shot, but someone has to work around here. Love you guys. Happy Halloween and happy birthday to Asia. Asia's getting all the love. Her dad started the show the right way, and I can't even count how many people have wished her a happy birthday in the chat already. Mariah, don't worry. We're going to hold you down. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. It's a couple of shots in this here. So if I start to get a little belligerent, Wayne, tell me, hey, Mike, bro, it's time to wrap this one up. I'm going to take your word for it. All right? I might need you to guide me a little bit tonight, okay? So
I got you, bro.
Night. Just put the kids back down to bed. You know what I'm saying? So we let them stay up a little bit later. We gave them some candy and everything. I don't know how they gonna sleep. Listen, man, I'm sitting here looking around. I'm like, when I was this age, Halloween, eating candy after 9 o'clock, my mom would have never let me do that. But the kids don't even appreciate it because they think, oh, this is what Daddy said. Daddy said we could do it, so we can do it. I gotta show them first, like, no, you can't do it, and then tell them, hey, here you go. Left Coast Mana, $19 contribution, 19 for 19 problems. Debo gave us a spark as a playmaker, just like Philly game. His yak sparked the oldest game. Keep it aloha, fam. I love it. 100 fire. That's what I'm talking about. Happy B-Day shout-outs are still coming in an abundance. Oh, man. Listen, the faithful showing love to other faithful. That's how you know we won a game. That's how you know we won a game. People out here talking about Kyle, Jimmy, the runner. I've seen them sprinkled in here. We're going to get to them. Don't worry. We're going to get to them. But the fact that I've seen more happy birthday tweets, the faithful are a giving, loving, and concerning fan base. We all one big-ass family. We're going to argue with each other, but when it's time to go right, we're going to go all the way right. And I love that about this fan base, man. All right, I think I got all of them here. Nope. They just keep coming in, man. They just keep coming in. All right, is that all of them? Are we ready to get to the show?
Let's do it.
All right, that's it. All right, guys. So look, we got a lot to talk about here. Let me get this victory shot banner off of the screen here, man. Let's start with the most important position on the field.
Quarterback.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Where'd his stats go? Oh, Jimmy's stats didn't save. All right, let's start with the running back. Let me put the stats back in here. We'll start with the running back, Elijah Mitchell.
Well, you don't have to. I could just pull them up and read them if you want.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna do it as a banner so we could talk about it for a little bit. But Elijah Mitchell came in here, guys. He had 18 carries for 137 yards. That man averaged 7.6 yards a carry. No 80-yard runs to skew the numbers. No 59-yard runs. What was his long for the night?
His long. Oh, I don't have the long. Hold on. Let me go ESPN.
Let me see here. Let me see. I'll pull it up because I messed up, man.
I got you.
Not getting my guy Jimmy in here. I apologize about that, faithful. I thought I had Jimmy in here. I was going to celebrate Jimmy Garoppolo's 5 rush attempts for 4 yards with a long of 5. Now, how did that sound? Listen, I'm going to read that again. Jimmy Garoppolo had 5 rushing attempts. He finished the game with 4 total rushing yards. His long was 5.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to let that sink in, okay? But it's cool. Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah. I mean, I got his stats right here.
Well, but, Elijah Mitchell had a long. He had one long run for 39
yards. So these numbers aren't really skewed, man.
I mean, the 39 is pretty long, though. But even if you take the 39, he's still a 100-yard rusher. And I do want to point out the fact that Elijah Mitchell has 137 yards, I believe, 137 off of 18 carries. They finally let a running back be the bell cow. All right. And that's pretty good, man. And Jimmy Garoppolo was the second leading rusher over Jermichael Hasty at 5 carries for 4 yards. All right. And his long was 5. Hasty had 3 carries for 4 yards. His long was 2, but they did utilize Hasty in the passing game a little bit more. He had 2 for 29. And so, look, the 49ers did exactly what I thought they would do. You know, I thought they would see you would see a little bit more Trey Sermon, but it's clear that Kyle Shanahan is just not. He's just not trusting some of his young players as of right now. And the guy that he fully is starting to trust is Elijah Mitchell. And you know what? I said this and I stand by it. And I think that Kyle Shanahan needs to just say, bump it. I'm all in on Elijah Mitchell and find ways to compliment Elijah Mitchell. He's now the featured back. I'm sorry for Raheem. I'm sorry for Jeff Wilson. I know these guys are going to come back, especially Jeff Wilson this season, hopefully, you know. But Raheem, his contract is up at the end of the season, and it's possible that they move forward because now they have a young, fresher guy to run the ball consistently. And it's a little different as well. And that's why some of his runs, he ran into the butt cheeks of offensive linemen.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I was going to say, you know, as well as Elijah Mitchell did, because, again, people will kill for a 5-yard average. He had 7.6, almost 8 yards a pop, right? And there were still plenty of plays where he's not hitting the right hole. He's still getting used to this, where he could exploit some more yardage if he just takes some patience or bounce out, you know, another gap or two to the left or right and get some more, because we've seen him run right into the butt cheeks of certain players, you know, and one of those guys tonight was Big 71 Trent Williams, you know. But Elijah Mitchell, young guy, young stud, coming up in the ranks, earning his keep. It's hard to get that young man out of the lineup. It's hard. Hey, the most dangerous thing Elijah Mitchell can do is learn to catch a pass from one of these quarterbacks.
That's
next. I don't think it's a coincidence that they always bring in Hasty when it's time to catch a pass, right? From the quarterback. This man learned to catch. It's lights out. It's lights out. And running the ball the way he is, he don't ever have to be that guy. He never has to be that guy. Let me make it clear. Go ahead, Wayne.
No, when I'm learning about Elijah Mitchell is his self-assessment during the game. Mm-hmm. So if you watch the beginning of the game, Elijah Mitchell is running into the butt cheeks. He's just not an inside zone runner. Like, he's not an inside guy yet. Like, he doesn't allow the holes to develop, and he doesn't have the patience. And so if you watch the beginning of the game, his runs, there was a run where he cut to the it was to the outside, and then he kind of just got stopped because he didn't cut outside. He kind of started off and didn't cut out. And then we looked at later on in the game, it was like the same type of run, right? It was that kind of halfback toss crack to the left and where he got outside. And then you thought he was going to cut to the outside, but nah, he cut it back inside. And that might have been the 39-yard gain. So Elijah Mitchell is self-assessing because I said it. I was talking to my co-host and I was like, look, this dude got to learn how to like read his blocks and read his holes, and he'll get a lot more yards. And that's what's making Khalil Herbert look better than Elijah Mitchell, because Khalil Herbert was looking better. A late round draft pick for the Chicago Bears out of Virginia Tech. We got the late round draft pick, Elijah Mitchell, right? And so I was like, Khalil was patient in his run, allowing stuff to develop. The moment I said that, after halftime, he turned on the gas, bro. And he turned on the vision. He turned on the vision.
You ain't never lied, bro. And if you look at Herbert's numbers, I mean, look, it felt one way in the beginning, but he finished the game with 23 attempts and only 72 yards. Now, I'm no mathematician, but that ain't close to 7 yards a carry.
It's definitely not close to 7 yards a carry. But what it was doing was he was definitely all right. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He had 3.1 yards a carry. And a lot of his runs a lot of those extra attempts came in after his injury. His injury allowed the 49ers defense to play their defense because they could not stop him.
And what did we talk about leading into this game? Capitalizing on the injuries of the opponent, something that Kyle and this team don't do.
It's part of the game.
Right?
It's part of the
That's
game.
what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to identify a weakness and exploit it. This is not the friendly game. Oh, you hurt, so we're going to take it easy on you. No. You listen, when there's a weakness, you cut it off. You know what I'm saying? You out there.
Absolutely.
I don't know if y'all watch Walking Dead or anything like that, but if the zombie bites you on your arm, you cut that arm off and you live to fight another day. Learn to live. You learn to live, and that's what we're supposed to do. The Niners were not a team that took advantage of those kind of things. Go ahead, take care of this contribution, Breezy, and we're going to keep the show moving.
Niner Cali boy, shout out to my guy. Niner Cali boy.
Cowboys. Let's go. I can't believe I just said that out loud on my show. But dude, let's go, Cowboys.
You definitely don't want the Cowboys to beat the Vikings.
No, yes, we do.
No, we don't. The Vikings are in first. The Vikings are in first place when it comes to leading that. When it comes to the wild card, the Vikings are ahead of us. If we lose, you want them to lose. Oh, that's why you're rooting for the Cowboys.
That's why I said let's. Okay, all right, there we go.
I got you.
I gotta learn to shut up and let people finish because it's right there. You were saying, we were saying to say, I gotta shut up, stop cutting people off. I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. But go ahead.
No, you got
the contribution
here. Have we seen this Jimmy before? He played today like he knew if he effed up his job, he was gone. That's how we do on the East Coast. We add an extra word. He actually spread the ball today. Listen, he did. It's so talking about Jimmy is a tough thing for me. Not because I definitely want to see him supersede, but he still has his infirmities. Like he still has his bad tendencies. All right. So let's just talk about Jimmy. And I know you don't want to hear this, but let's just talk about what we saw from Jimmy Garoppolo because we can't go back to the all 22 as of right now. Mike, you want to put me on pause? Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you run. But I feel like this is going to start negative and end positive. I feel like it's going to start negative and end positive.
Well, so it's lukewarm with Jimmy.
Yes. All right. So let me just read this because this is the old comment from Miss Debbie here. Jimmy Garoppolo is the first 49ers quarterback to throw for 300 plus yards, 0 interceptions, and rush for 2 touchdowns since Steve Young in 1998. That's saying something.
Wow.
That's saying something. 0 interceptions. 0 interceptions from Jimmy Garoppolo. All right, now Breezy, you can take it away. I'm not gonna cut you off no more, bro.
So you got to give Jimmy the thumbs up on throwing deep, right? You got to give him the thumbs up on that. You got to give him the thumbs up on not throwing any interceptions, even though he should have had one, right? You know, they dropped it, or he threw it right to them. They just happened to drop it, right? So you got to give him that. So that's good. Those are positive takes. All right, this is what I'm talking about. And I believe we did not score before the halftime, right? Because we got not a touchdown. We got 3 points. Jimmy got down to the goal line because of that deep bomb to Debo. And then he also had Debo wide open and he threw a bad throw. it would have been a touchdown. Debo had the linebacker and whoever else was bracketing him beat. Like, I mean, the route was so pretty. All he had to do, he could have threw it ahead of Debo, and I do believe Debo's, running toward the ball would have still caught the pass. Instead, he threw it low and kind of behind him, and then boom, we don't get any points. And so those are the things that Jimmy has to be better on, especially at the goal line. Because listen, the 49ers have to be fierce. They cannot play scarce, right? They have to come out there and they have to take the games, not just necessarily win the game. They have to go out there and take it. I want the 49ers to develop that Mortal Kombat mentality and say, look, I'm looking for the fatality. We fighting to the end, but I'm looking to finish him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so Jimmy, exactly. So if Jimmy grabs that mentality, which we're starting to see, the mentality of Jimmy Garoppolo turn into that leader of men, right? You saw him go to the sideline, talk to his wife. These are all the bonuses for Jimmy. That's why I said it's lukewarm. It's good. It's bad. He still has things to work on, but he's getting better. There's progress. And when you see progress in a person, you definitely want to big him up. You don't want to necessarily put him down. But we all know the 49ers could have had scored 40-plus points against this team. Here's what I mean. Jimmy Garoppolo, Mike, you said that you're supposed to take advantage of the weaknesses. Well, Jimmy Garoppolo didn't do it not once. When Tease Tabor came in the game, you saw Tease Tabor named one time. Once, and it was an incomplete throw. It was a bad throw by Jimmy. And
you pointed out on the live right away. You said that's former 49ers. We got to take advantage of that. You pointed it out right away.
You got to do it.
You know his tendencies. That's what you said. That's what you said. I remember.
And so that, we could blame that on the coach. We could blame that on Jimmy, but it looked like Jimmy is trending in the right way, and he's looking like a quarterback that's on the trend. And so with that being said, guys, some people said this on the Nitty Gritty Niners show a little bit earlier. Is this a mirage from Jimmy, or will we get consistency from Jimmy next week when he plays against the Arizona Cardinals?
And I'm going to answer that right now. No, we won't. Because Jimmy Garoppolo. No, it's okay. It's not negative. It's not negative, but hear me out. Jimmy Garoppolo all year long through 6 games, Jimmy Garoppolo has thrown for 300-plus yards just twice. Week 1 against the Bears, no interceptions, and this week right here, okay? And if you were to go backwards into previous years, Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 300 yards. Hold on, let me where'd it go? I lost my window. I got too many windows open. Y'all bear with me for 1 second. I have his numbers here pulled up for every season in every game. And Jimmy threw for, where'd it go? I was trying to find the 300-yard games from last year. I don't think there were a lot of them either. Hold on. Y'all bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. But that's why, it's cool to have a show live because we can just talk about it. But I'm going to look it up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
While you're doing that, let's read my man Gabe_Riel's 2000s contribution. Proud of Jimmy, good memories. Saints or Pittsburgh need a quarterback. It's not fair to keep Jimmy and Trey. And see, he's trying to start something that I definitely didn't want to talk about, at least not tonight. I want to celebrate this victory. I want to go to work tomorrow with my chest up, nice and proud, walking into work with the swag because we just beat a team. I don't care if they suck. We beat them. We got to win. Doesn't matter. All the teams in the NFL, you get a win. It's a win. I don't care how you do it. You get it done. And so I just want to enjoy that. But come see me Wednesday.
But
and then we can have this conversation.
But is he right about something? Because
he could be right.
Isn't the trade deadline tomorrow?
No, it's Tuesday. So it's November 2nd.
But either way, by the time we do a show again, the trade deadline will have to come and gone.
Yeah, so he's saying it's not fair to keep them both, but like Pittsburgh doesn't need a quarterback. They still have Ben Roethlisberger, and last time I checked, he's still healthy. He might not look good, but he's been playing better than Jimmy all year. And so Jimmy had a really nice game today. I'm not going to stunt. The question is, will he do it again next week? And if so, now we got a trend going. And that's what we need to figure out. And because of that, I think Kyle Shanahan will keep Jimmy Garoppolo just to see if it's true.
In 2020, Jimmy Garoppolo did not have a 300-yard game. His best game as far as yards was against the Patriots, and it was 277 yards. And that was last year. Okay. And in 2019, all right, that was the Super Bowl year. Don't forget that was the Super Bowl year. Jimmy Garoppolo had two games with over 300 yards. Week 11 against the Cardinals, he threw for 422, and he had, where are the interceptions? Oh, this one doesn't have the interceptions in here. How do they have this whole thing? They got sacks, they got blitzes. How do they not have interceptions on here? All right. Anyway, either way, we're looking for. Oh, I'm sorry. There's three games of 2019 where he threw for over 300 yards. The Saints game, he threw for 349. The Cardinals game, he threw for 424, and the other Cardinals game, he threw for 317. All right. So 300 yards is not a normal thing for Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, if we want to keep going, we can, because in 2018, where'd it go? In 2018, Jimmy didn't play much at all. Right? That was the year that he got injured in 2 games. Neither one of those were for 300 yards. We know that already. And in 2017, because that was the game, that was the year he got injured in the second game. And in 2017, Jimmy Garoppolo played in 5 games for the 49ers. And in those 5 games, Jimmy Garoppolo finished with now. Why is it went to 2018 by mistake. I'm sorry. So 261 was his highest in 2018, and then in 2019, they don't have 2017 on here for. Oh wait, here it is right here. I got to click it here. You know why? It was on 2 teams. That's why I was on the 49ers page. My bad. So now I have to go to 2017. Click there. Now I got to go to game logs. In 2017, click there. And Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 300 yards twice. The first time was against Houston, 334. Second time was against Tennessee, 381. So Jimmy Garoppolo only has, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games of over 300 yards. It's not something that happens often. But Jimmy did have a good game today. Here were his completed numbers here. 17 completions out of 28 attempts for 60.7%. 5 rushing attempts, 4 yards, but 2 rushing touchdowns. This is a hard-ass stat to have, knowing that the long with 5 yards. I mean, you can't replicate this again. You couldn't try to rush for 5 times, have a long of 5 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns, and finish with 4 yards. That's crazy. And sacks really hurt. But the Niners did it, man. And I want to focus on Jimmy Garoppolo here for a second. You know, people talked about how he spread the ball around and he did this and he did that. And I don't even think that he really spread the ball around. If I don't know the numbers, I'm looking it up really quick.
He didn't spread the ball, bro. You don't have to look it up.
He may have hit maybe 6 different receivers this game.
He hit Debo. Debo had 9 targets. Sanu had 4. Ayuk had 7. Hasty, Juice, Warner, and then Jawan Jennings had 2 targets. And so
he didn't have a catch. I'm gonna count only completed people.
Okay, so I could do the receptions.
Yeah.
Only person that didn't have one was Jawan Jennings out of all the people on there.
So you got
he had a total of 17
Hasty,
receptions.
Juice, Samuel, Sanu, and Warner. Only 6 guys. And Jimmy Garoppolo has games where he's completed passes to 8 people before. So this one I wouldn't really count as spreading the ball around, but his guys were really coming through for him. I will say this. We talked about it on the live stream, right? We said, look, they had some drops. It resulted in a field goal or a field goal attempt. I don't even remember if we made it or not, but they showed Jimmy on the sideline talking to all his pass catchers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember many drops after that, Wayne.
There were none. There were 0. All the drops came in the first half. There were 3 drops.
Yeah. And so what does that tell
Two
you?
on Debo, and then one on Sanu.
This team has been yearning for the brotherhood, for the fellowship, to feel like it's us, not Mike and Wayne against the world. It's nothing but Niners against the world. Don't sit here and individualize us. They were looking for that. They can sit here and say football is about talent. They can say football is about coaching, but we got to feel like we a part of something, man. We got to feel like we a part of something bigger than us, right? Let me ask you this question, right? You driving down the road and you see a house on fire.
Mm-hmm.
You might pull over and call 911. You might consider going in there to see if anybody needs help.
Mm-hmm.
But when you drive down the road and it's your house that's on fire, you're going in to see who's in there that needs help.
Correct.
Right? You understand
Correct.
the difference of what I'm saying? When you feel like it's yours and you belong in that, you care a little bit more. When Jimmy pulled those guys to the side, and I don't know if Kyle told him, I'm not here for all that. I don't care about those.
It doesn't even matter.
Details. Right. I don't care about those details. But when he pulled those guys to the side and said, hey, I'm in this with y'all. We got this. We're going to calm down. We're going to let the jitters out. We ready to play. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to get you guys the ball. The drops stop. They stop. The drops have been a problem all year long until we finally saw Jimmy on the sideline talking to the troops.
So like you said, Jimmy Garoppolo has been a problem all year long because he didn't know how to lead his troops into the battlefield. And so now that he stepped up to show off in front of mom and dad and the rest of the 150 people he had at this game, like, this is a good look for Jimmy. Like, this is good. Mm-hmm. And so I'm glad he did those things. I'm glad that the drop stopped. I'm glad his demeanor improved. Like, the 49ers, and with that, we got a victory.
You're absolutely right. Now let's go back to my man's comment, Miss Debbie. She's absolutely right. More sense of urgency when it's your house that's on fire. That goes for everybody. I don't care how you feel about any of it. That's exactly how you feel. Hey, what's going on with my man Dak? Why he not in this game?
Because Dak had a calf strain injury.
So he didn't start, or something happened?
He didn't even play.
Wow. Why didn't I know that? That's crazy. So the previous contribution was talking about maybe it's trade time for Jimmy Garoppolo. People saying he needs a fresh start. He needs to move on. So I do want to talk about it, Wayne, with what you've seen from Jimmy Garoppolo. Don't tell me about, well, you can tell me about what you want. You can talk about just today. You can talk about just this season. Or you can talk about his career here as a 49er. Do you think there will be a trade market in the next 48 hours for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Absolutely not. I don't think so. I don't think there's a quarterback needy team that's contending right now.
Contending, okay.
And
Very
so,
good
like,
word. Very good word.
You have to put that word in the parentheses. If there was a team.
What about the Saints? The Saints just lost Winston, and Sean Payton did come out. The Saints, if I'm not mistaken, are 5-2 or 6-2 right now. They just beat the Bucks.
Yeah,
they beat the Bucks.
They're living off their defense. Their defense definitely did the thing today.
Yes.
Winston is out for the season. I don't know.
More now. You said I'm just playing devil's advocate. You said I don't think there's a quarterback.
I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like you're saying, yeah, you did, but it depends on what Kyle Shanahan wants for freaking Jimmy Garoppolo. So let's play the game.
I'll be the Saints. You be the Niners.
Let's do it.
You ready?
All right. Give me. Yep. So.
Hey, is this Kyle?
Yep. This is Kyle.
Hey, man,
what can I do you for?
Listen, my squad needs somebody. Listen, we really.
Oh, you need somebody? Wait. Yeah. What do you need?
Yeah. Listen. So we love Taysom Hill, but the pass game lacks a little bit when he's in here. We need a quarterback that can throw it in there when we need him. We can use Taysom Hill for the gadget plays, but we need a real quarterback, a pocket guy that's going to take advantage of some of the passes. I trust myself. This is Sean Payton here. I trust myself as a play caller. I'm not going to do anything outside of my quarterback's realm of possibility. I know you guys are trying to shake that salary over there. I know that you guys have this young guy that you just traded up a lot to get. And I know, you guys have been saying positive things about him. I'm sure you guys are ready to get him in there. We're on the edge of the wild card window. We got one of these wild card tickets here. I'm just wondering if you guys will take a conditional 6th round pick. We'll give you a solid 7, and if he plays the rest of the year and gets and wins more than half of the remaining games, we'll bump it up to a 6th.
Ah, man, like a 6th round pick, huh?
This year. Oh, we're gonna give you a solid 7 this year.
And it can bump up to a 6 next year.
Because we're gonna take all the salary. It's a lot of guaranteed money there, but we're gonna eat that. It's a lot of guaranteed money there. But because of how cheap our quarterback's room is right now, we can afford it.
Yeah. You know, I mean, Jimmy bust y'all tail, man. I'm sure he'll go out there and do well for you guys. So I'm gonna need you to come a little bit higher with that pick. So I can't take anything less than the 3rd round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay, we understand that. No, and he did, man. We remember Jimmy. That's why it's burning in our minds. You know, Jimmy Garoppolo is a pretty good quarterback. I think we both agree on that. But you know, those injuries, man. You guys said 2 weeks ago he had a serious injury. We were lucky to get him in the game. He came back and played pretty well in Chicago, but
yeah, but you're dealing with the injury right now that's got you out for the season. So I mean, it's a 3rd round pick. You know, Jimmy Garoppolo is on the cusp of a breakout. You know, he could be a breakout quarterback for you guys, man. He's good work ethic. He's there all night, all day and night. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, you give us a 3rd rounder for Jimmy, we can talk. If not, I'm gonna get back to this team celebration and because we just won.
Okay, look, I don't want to keep you, man. Look, we're gonna get to it. We don't have a lot of time. We got other teams that we have to call. There's other quarterbacks out there that we can go after. But you know, with no disrespect intended at all, let me say this: how about we do a 5th round pick, guaranteed right now, and we make it it could go up to a 4th round pick and go up to a 4th. Let's meet in the middle. Okay, I started with a 7th, contingency 6th. You're saying a 3rd. Let's meet in the middle. We'll do a 5th right now. We can make it a 4th if Jimmy Garoppolo gets us to the playoffs. What do you think about that?
I'm Kyle Shanahan, right?
I hate that you asked this question. I hate you, man. Yeah, this is Kyle Shanahan. Yes, absolutely. Come on.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you want to do a 3rd and we can bump up to a conditional 2nd round pick, now we talking.
Click. That's it. I'm hanging up. Now. Faithful out there, y'all watch this exercise. Y'all tell me how y'all would have handled that situation. Let me y'all tell me how. Oh, let's read this contribution here while we're waiting for that. It says Left Coast Mana again. Breezy, you right. Jimmy actions today is what Russ looked like running 2-minute drill with nobody on the field but NBC cams on him. Let's hope 10 continues though. So, you know, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like we have to hope. Like, all right, I was so when we did the exercise when we watch a game, we all look at it from a different perspective, right? Like you're watching the trenches, I'm watching different types of positions. I'm watching to see what they're doing I'm an offensive guy, so I'm watching to see what they're doing on the offense, and I wasn't paying attention too much to the defensive scheme by the Chicago Bears. I need to go back and watch the game. And the reason why I need to go back and watch the game is because I need to know how often were the Chicago Bears lined with 8 men in a box, because I don't believe they were at all. And so, because of that, Jimmy was able to be successful. He had plenty of time to get the ball down the field. Even when the pressure was there, he was able to step out to the side, to up in the pocket, things like that. And so, when it is 8 in a box, though, it's coming at him quicker. Pause. And so, I need to go back and watch just to see how often did they do the 8 in the box, because they clearly couldn't stop the run. You know what I'm saying? But you know that the Arizona Cardinals are going to come out there with a little different game plan. And so, like I said, if Jimmy Garoppolo, it can find consistency in his gameplay and his demeanor and everything, then yeah, he will be trending up. He will be trending up. Let's just call it like it is. Now, I see some people out there saying that they would trade Jimmy Garoppolo for Michael Thomas straight up. I mean,
the Saints wouldn't do that. That's silly. That's silly. That's their guy. Like, all right, never mind.
But thank you for the contribution, Left Coast Mana.
All right, so here we go, guys. I'm gonna put this on the chat right now, starting right now, this very second. Type yes or no in capital letters. Would you take a 5th round pick, conditional 4th, right now for Jimmy Garoppolo? That's what I want to know. And if they make it to the postseason, even as a wild card, it bumps up to a 4th. Now, you guys got to remember that this is a guy that we know is in the future. This is a guy that's been struggling all year long. And this is a guy that has a large portion of our salary cap in his back pocket, over 7% of it.
And this is also the guy that could potentially see you in the playoffs and whip you behind.
Yeah.
So you got to think like that.
That's if we even make it to the playoffs.
So
you do. You're right.
Yeah, you have to think like that, So I'm not trying to tell y'all to persuade y'all any type of way.
That's what we're here to do. No. You play your side. You play your side. That's right. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. Absolutely right.
And you all know how those playoff games against the Saints go.
Yeah, and I tell you what. Here's my counter argument to what Wayne said. One, that's if we even make the playoffs. But two, if we do make the playoffs, what team knows Jimmy Garoppolo's deficiencies better than the 49ers right now? The Patriots don't know Jimmy's deficiencies enough. We saw what happened when the Patriots played them, right? I think I picked the Patriots in that game, and he put up over 30 points on the Patriots when we played them. Okay. So the Patriots don't know his deficiencies as well as the Niners do right now. So, yeah, I'm hoping we see you in the playoffs. Give us the dub right now. We're going on to the next round. Divisional round, here we come. That's the way I feel about it.
I don't know, man, because I also feel like from a coach standpoint, I still think Coach be having some chains on Jimmy. We not getting the full authentic Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, Jimmy just runs the plays that are called. You see what happened when Kyle called the play and something went wrong. Jimmy took it on himself to score that touchdown. Yeah. And so
now, Wayne, real quick, you got pen and paper over there by chance?
Man, I don't write. I don't even use pen and paper.
Damn, man. And I don't have none over here with me. I was gonna say let's take a tally and see what they're saying. I was gonna do a tally real quick. Babe, can I have pen and paper? My wife's gonna kill me because she in bed.
Uh-oh.
I love you. So, all right, I'm going to click this comment right here because it's the first one when I ask people to type a yes or a no. 1023 was the first time, and I don't want to lose it. So if you want to take the contribution now, let's go ahead and get that out the way. If you got it on your screen, I'm going to stay on this comment right here on my screen so that way I don't lose it, and we can go down and take a tally real quick of the yes and no's. I mean, I tell you what, never mind, babe. How about this? We'll get to the contribution. Since I'm yes, because that was the offer that I'm making, a fifth with a conditional fourth. If they make the postseason, you're saying no. It's okay. We'll
I'll count my yeses. You count your no's.
And I'll count the no's. Okay. So one for me.
I was just gonna go through the whole chat and count it by myself.
Oh no! Well, no. Let's click them all so that way we don't miss.
All right. So that's one for me.
All right. Two.
That's two for me.
All right. This is two for me. Three for me. Oh, wait. You're the no. No is you. No, they wouldn't take it. They want more.
All right. So
I was the one with the fifth round pick. Conditional fourth.
No, you're right. So
no
one,
is for you.
2,
right.
3.
So 1, 2 for me. That makes 2 for you.
3 for me. 4 for me.
3 for me.
5 for me. 6 for me.
4 for me. You want 6.
7 for me. 8 for me. 9 for me.
God damn it, it jumped. Fuck.
10 for me.
5 for me.
11 for me.
6 for me.
12 for me. 13 for me. 14 for me.
6 for me.
15 for me. 16 for me. 17 for me. 18 for me.
All right, here we go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. Oh, don't call to come back. 13 for me.
Am I on 19?
Oh, come on. I don't know what you was at.
Yeah, I was at 18. That was 19.
19.
Yep. 20.
17. 18. 19.
Well, you skipped over the N.
It's just an N. Was that, you think that was supposed to be a no? I'll count it. That's what you think it. Okay.
21.
All right. This is 20 for me.
22. 23, 24, 25,
21, 22, 23, 24,
26, 27.
All right, I'm seeing. Oh, nah, Diego going back to back to back. He messing up the count. All right, look. Here's what it's pretty close. It's pretty close because it's people typing more than once in here. So I didn't realize that. Look, there's some yes. We need picks. I mean, look, hell no. It's a lot. It's pretty close, man. It's pretty close. But that shows one thing. There is a possibility that the Niners could be looking to trade this dude if
Well, I mean, there's a possibility, but
yeah.
like,
Well, that's what remember that's what the contribution was. Like, could we trying to trade him now? So that's what the contribution was. So the answer to that question is yes. If the right offer comes across the table, and that goes without saying, I guess, right? I guess we didn't really have to do that whole long ass exercise, but it was fun to get everybody involved. Damn, I should have been paying attention to who was repeating and all that stuff, but I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it.
Now we were trying to keep up with the numbers.
Yeah, and I was trying not to lose the contribution here. Quest for 6 says we beat a weak team, season over, be real, trade day. So let's talk about that, man. We got the victory, and I said it a couple times during the live stream. Is it bad that we are being this competitive and close and tight with a bad team? And I think we all, even though they had 3 wins going into it, I think we all identified the Bears as a very bad team. We talked about the confidence Justin Fields had saying, yeah, we're going to get right next week and da-da-da-da-da, right? We talked about all that stuff after him having a very bad game. How are we supposed to feel about this win? Do we take it, or do we take it while comparing our opponent, or do we isolate the positives and look for the positives in the team? Because I think you end up with 2 very different results if you don't include the opponent.
I mean, you got to factor in the opponent, but you also got to factor in that we're a very bad team too. So a very bad team just beat another very bad team. And what made us even more bad than this very bad team is the fact that we were on a 4-game losing streak. They weren't.
Yeah.
Right? Matter of fact, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, they were coming off of a win. And so you saw the difference between...
No, they lost. That was the game we had like 5 turnovers in.
But what I'm trying to say is, and you're right, what I'm trying to say is the difference in this game was the fact that it was the head coaching on the Bears side. Matt Nagy might have had Justin Fields standing in that pocket getting beat up, whereas
this was this is the most rushing yards he had in the game
ever, right? Whereas what's his name, Tabor? I forgot his name, Tabor something. He had him. Chris Tabor had allowed him to be himself, and because he did that just was a whole different game plan. So what the 49ers might have prepared for
was something they didn't see.
It's something that they didn't see. And so Nagy tried to pull the okie doke with that bull crap COVID. And so they thought they were going to get a win. So I don't know, man. You could take it how you want. They are a strange team. We're a strange team. But if you're going to call them trash, we trash. And I believe that's what he was saying because the season was over. You know what I mean?
Well, so I isolated a little bit different. Yes, we did beat a bad team, but we also lost to a bad team last week. So in a game that the run game was really, really well and ready to rock, we ended up getting stuck with a team that abandoned the run. And this week, Kyle seemed to stick with what was working. And the second half adjustments were incredible. Somebody said I made a contribution at 9:27. We can't scroll up that far. 9:27 was before we even started. The show started at 9:33.
They must have meant 10:27, bro.
Oh, maybe they're in a different time zone. Okay, let me see how far up I can go. I'm at 10:29.
Is it this one?
I'm at 10:27. I don't even see that. So that's
10:29.
I don't. I'm at 10:27, but that's where mine stops. So I'm sorry.
Or is it this one?
We read that.
No, we just did that one.
So I'm sorry. 10:27. Hey, somebody type it again if y'all can see it. Who said that? Where'd it go? Mike, Cali boy, type it again. We'll look for your name. Type it one more time, brother. And we'll click it, okay? Here's my takeaways from it, right? Kyle made crazy second half adjustments, or Kyle got back in his bag where the first half was the decoy, second half was for me to exploit everything that I showed you in the first half. Like either way you look at it, Kyle got back in his bag today. We saw the different second half mode. No touchdowns first half, and Miss Debbie, she's so good. She copy and pasted it right here. Send Jimmy to the Saints. Bring in Cam to back up Trey. Also, would you guys trade Ayuk for Deshaun Jackson?
Send Jimmy to the Saints because the Saints need a quarterback. Bring in. Oh, so he's saying okay. So Callie is saying trade Jimmy to the Saints. Get rid of Jimmy's contract. They're gonna eat the rest of the contract for at least this season. So that's what, another $15 million or something like that.
No, because once we trade him, it's week to week. Now it's guaranteed, but it's week to week. So that money, the remainder of it, goes to the Saints.
That's what I'm saying. So
okay.
I think I'm saying it's like what, 15 mil left on this year's deal. 15. We're not halfway through yet. If we're halfway through, it's about 12 mil, right? So that's what he's due.
No, we are halfway mil.
All right, so he's owed another 10 to 12 mil. So the Saints might be willing to take on that. And then you get that 5th round pick that you were talking about. 49ers draft well in the 5th round, which the conditional upgrade to the 4th round pick if they make the playoffs, right? And then you go sign Cam for about what?
Probably
5 mil?
No, not even. He's just a backup. He's coming in for 1 mil, 2 mil tops. Cam,
I don't know. I don't know about bringing in Cam. As much as I like it, I don't think he would like it because Cam's gonna come in here to be ready to start, compete, and who knows if that might cause something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you know why he said Cam? Similar skill set to Trey Lance.
No, I get it. That's a perfect thing, but Cam doesn't want to play backup. Okay,
so Cam's last contract was with the Patriots for 3.6. So let's let's say he was that same exact contract, but now you got to cut it in half because half the season is over. That's only 1.8.
Yeah, so you're probably gonna sign Cam to 2 mil. So I can see that, but I'm definitely not trading Ayuk for Deshaun Jackson. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because
I'm not bringing in an old guy for a young guy that we're still developing.
Right. Yeah, and I understand why he said that part even because of the big arm of Lance.
And he could throw down the field, but I believe Brandon Ayuk could take them shots down the field too. We still got Trent Sherfield who could take the shots down the field, who we haven't seen, and that's probably why he's not being used because we don't throw down the field.
Talk your shit, baby. I like that. Big Dez says, in this league, it's no wimp ass teams.
I agree.
Our losses came against so-called good teams, and for most part, we should have won all of them. Win is a win. So that was us diminishing the teams that we lost against. Okay, so I understand what he's saying, and that, you know what I'm saying. That's cool. I think every team that we lost to, who our losses against? The Colts.
We lost to the Colts. We lost to the Packers, and we lost to the Cardinals.
So we lost to every team that's second or better in their division.
And the Seahawks.
There you go.
But we lost to the Russell Wilson Seahawks.
Right.
And after that, now he's no longer with them at this moment.
Yeah. So that's another way to look at it. That's very good, Big Dez. Very, very good contribution here. That is a phenomenal way to look at it because as Niner fans, we get so caught up in our own bubble. We're looking at it's 4 losses. We're not looking at where those teams rank. We're not looking at the conditions that they were in. When it's all said and done, it's what happened. And the fact of the matter is we lost. Look at that throw. Oh, my God. Who was that? That throw was better than the throw from Rush. Shit. Who's number 1 on the Cowboys? My man shook off the defender, ran down the side. I know I'm delayed and everything, but let's go, Cow. I can't believe I'm cheering for the Cowboys right now. It hurts. Look at that. And that was a tight spiral. Look at that throw on the run to Lamb. Okay.
I can't believe the score is only 13-10.
But see, the Vikings have this bad tendency in playing down to their competition, man. That's what they do. If it's time for a shootout, the Vikings are getting a shootout. They always gonna keep it close. They always keep it close. All right, so Big Dad's great contribution here, man. Thank you for that. Let me get this off of the screen because that's not what I was trying to do here. So we talked about Jimmy Garoppolo. I do think that there might be a trade market. It might be slim. Like Wayne said, there's not a lot of teams that need a quarterback that are on the cusp of the postseason and all that stuff. I named the Saints. I can't think of many other teams right now that could be even looking to pick up that contract right now that have playoffs on the line that think that can help them. Can you think of another team?
I really can't. I mean, I totally didn't realize that Winston was out this season for the season. And so
that might be our only hope. And I just don't know if Jimmy's going to be able to do it, but that's a very good situation. So we'll see what happens here. Shout out to Jimmy though, man, 300 plus yards.
No doubt he was going to throw for 300 yards. I said he was going to throw for 300 yards. Everybody laughed at me. And
how many yards did he throw for?
322. On Twitter, I said he was going to have a 300 plus yard game. And I didn't say he was going to have any TDs, and he didn't passing.
There we go. The graphic is fixed now. 322 yards. Okay. So shout out to Jimmy for no turnovers, man. I mean, Kyle's been talking about we got to win the turnover battle. And we did.
We finally.
We finally won the turnover battle, and maybe it's no coincidence that we won the game. So we talked about the offense. We talked about Jimmy Garoppolo. We talked about the run game. Let's not forget about our guy, Deebo Samuel. I mean, Deebo doing Deebo things out there, guys. This dude averaged almost 30 yards a reception. Can we just give Deebo the offensive MVP for this year? Can we just do it here for the 49ers?
It's there, bro. It is what it is. And you know what? George Kittle coming back this week. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not even included in the offense and they utilize him as an extension in the run game too, like running screens, blocking on the line. I mean, we don't need him. Like, I'm not saying we don't need him.
Do you understand how much more dangerous the offense gets? Yeah, and insert George Kittle.
And that's my point, because not only can he be a decoy, they have to game plan for him. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you put a linebacker or a safety on George Kittle if you want to. Like, go ahead. He's looking for the one-on-one. George Kittle will be bracketed every game, and you know who's going to feast now? Brandon Ayuk.
Yes, sir. Yes, man. I was all happy for Brandon Ayuk. I felt like he had a breakout game. My man only had 4 receptions. That's crazy.
That's your XYZ. That's because Mike, he was moving the chains.
Yes,
he was catching the passes. And the one Brandon Ayuk at the half was leading the receivers in receptions and catches into the big joint right before the half to Deebo Samuel.
Deebo, yeah, you're absolutely right. It was Ayuk's game at that point. You're absolutely right, man. You know, but it was good to see them mixing it up and getting some of the attention. Or you know what they were doing? It wasn't even getting attention off of Deebo. The attention was on Deebo, so they found somewhere else to go. And that's what we've been saying. We've been wanting Kyle to do. And so when people say, okay, well, you know, you know, it was the Bears. I'm saying, yeah, but Kyle did Kyle said they're going to focus on Deebo. Let me go to IU. Kyle said, I'm not going to be in the run game because it's working. Keep on going, Mitchell. 18 carries, 137 yards. You know what I'm saying? Now let's flip it to the defensive side. I got one prediction right.
What, and that was?
I'm lying. I ain't getting no predictions right, man. I ain't getting.
No, I mean, I said Hufanga would get his first turnover. I think everybody was cool with that, and he almost had it, man.
Almost.
Ball's
we had a couple drop. We had a couple drop passes here, man.
He almost forced a fumble too. Mm-hmm. Like if that would have happened, then I would stop.
And it's weird. I'm surprised that don't count as a fumble. That ball completely left the dude's body, but he reeled it back.
He recovered it. Yeah.
So I'm surprised that honestly doesn't count as a fumble, but you know, it is what it is. But Fred Warner led the team in tackles with 3 assists, right? Josh Norman's got to be my defensive player of the game.
He's mine too, man. But people hate this guy. I can't figure out why.
Because he's so handsy that he gets flags randomly. I think he had a flag this game too, didn't he? I think he got
a defensive holding call.
Holding, yeah. So he's a handsy guy. But look at what he did though: 7 tackles, and he's peanut punching all the time.
Is he low key playing like Peanut? Is he the poor man's Peanut right now?
Don't. I'm not. I can't. I'm not even.
Poor man though.
I know what you're saying. I'm only going to disagree because I don't want to be that guy, but it feels like it. I ain't gonna hold
Okay.
you. It
Like
definitely feels like it.
Yeah. All right, we'll leave it alone.
You know, but
We'll leave
7
it alone.
tackles, an interception, and the forced fumble. Like this guy was out there getting after the ball. We said we wanted some playmakers. We said we wanted guys to get their heads around, right? No pass interferences on him. 7 tackles, which means they was targeting his guy or people got past their other guy. 1 interception and 1 forced fumble. Like, my hat goes off to Josh Norman, man. I think he had a better game than what people are going to give him credit for. I think he allowed 4 receptions, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not going to hold him for that. When you got a running quarterback, you got to watch that and the receiver. I'm not going to hold him for something like that, man. I was very proud of him. But honestly, man, the guy that impressed me even more than Josh Norman, even though Josh Norman is my defensive player of the game, it's going to be Marcel Harris. Came in, short notice, club on his hand, was second on the team in total tackles, and he got a sack with the club on his hand, Wayne. Give me your defensive breakdown. What do you think from the guys tonight? Who was your guy? Who do you want to highlight?
Oh man, defensively, man, it was a it was a tough game to watch because they were getting chewed up. They played a lot of soft coverage, so a lot of those completed passes by Justin Fields, they were just playing so far off. Meaning, I watched mostly get burnt. Nobody got beat deep, but they were playing a lot of soft coverage, right? A lot of soft coverage. And let's not get it twisted. Fields definitely tested him getting that ball down the field. They were just overthrows, right? They were just big time overthrows. My defensive player definitely goes to Josh Norman, but I'm gonna start with up front, man. Look, Nick Bosa was doing Nick Bosa things. He didn't have 2, 3, 4, 5 sacks, but he had 1. Also shout out who got the other sack I forgot who it was off the top of my. Oh, it was Marcel Harris.
Yeah. Harris had the sack.
Yeah. Oh, Sosa got the sack. Now that was a good one because remember on the live show?
Yeah.
On the live show, remember when Justin Fields rolled out to the right and he took the wrong angle and he couldn't catch up with him?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't happen in the second half. You want to talk about adjustments?
That's what I'm saying, man. We were talking about it, and I know people are going to say it was just the Bears, but I don't care. We made the adjustments. That's what I'm saying. You got to take the good with the bad, bro. You got to do that. You got to do that, Wayne. You can't just sit there and be like, yeah, but like, nah, we saw the Niners do what we wanted to see the Niners do.
Yeah.
That was the point in my opinion.
That soft zone, though, that be pissing me off. Now, listen, the 49ers can play that tight coverage, even in zone, but the moment that receiver beats them, oh, shoot. So you got to play a little bit off, but why not play man zone? And I know why. I mean, Ambry Thomas isn't active. He's better at that. I guarantee you, if you let Ambry Thomas line up in man, face-to-face, you would see a different type of DB. Same thing with Josh Norman. And so Josh is still even learning the concepts of the zone, right? Because he got beat in the end zone. And so I'm not comparing. First of all, I'm not comparing him to Peanut Tillman. So if y'all think that, y'all fools. I said poor man's
and that's Tillman. Exactly why I said I don't want to touch it, but I understood what you were saying. So don't I got
number 2 in the end zone.
He was even close to Tillman, so that's
right. Number 2 in the end zone, dude got, I don't want to say he got burnt, but I felt like he had, if that was his guy, if that area was his guy, right, then Jesse James pulled the ookie doke. Like he got under it. Like Jesse got under the zone. Soft zone. You're playing too deep. But guess what? That's what Josh Norman, that's what they tell him to do. Richard Sherman used to be like that. Akella Weatherspoon used to be like that. Like they used to make them play a certain type of style. But when Akella played press man, he was damn near lockdown cornerback, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not bringing up the old stuff to say that. I'm just saying it's a little bit different the way they're playing.
So they keep certain players better, yeah.
Exactly. And so they're giving up a lot of the soft zone stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But that's what was keeping those third downs. Listen, at one point, Justin Fields was like 6 for 7 on third downs, y'all. Like it was driving me nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, he was exactly 6 for 7. We stopped him on the next one that made him 6 for 8 going into the halftime. I remember because I heard you say it and I was like, nah, he wrong. And I looked it up and I was like, oh, he's right. He's all the way right. You know, like that's what I was thinking. I remember you saying it and I was like, nah, that can't be right. But we stopped him on the next one that made him 6 for 8 going into halftime. You know what I'm saying? So it was bugging us, man. It was going crazy. Like we didn't see a punt till the second half.
Yeah.
We didn't see a punt from either team until the second half. Let me ask you this question, though, real quick before we get to these contributions here. Who plays more like Josh Norman? Deamador Lenore or Ambry Thomas?
Ambry.
Are we paving the way and showing him? Is that why we brought in Josh Norman to say you can play in the system if you played like this?
That's not only why they brought him in here. Okay, let me take this back. They brought him in here to model how to play as a bigger, speedier, and Ambry's faster than Josh Norman, hands down. He has more closeout speed. Remember in the last game, everybody was mad. Josh got called for that defensive pass interference call because he got beat and he didn't trust his closeout speed because he thought he might not have been able to make the tackle. Well, Ambry wouldn't have that problem. But I'm going to say this to you, Mike. I'm going to take a little step further. That's the reason why Josh Norman hasn't been let go.
Coach him up. Train them in the way that they should go.
And so, yeah, he was brought in, guys, because of injuries. But he is the perfect model for Ambry Thomas. And that's a draft pick that we invested in. And so, you know, I believe that's what you're going to get. And I think you'll get a much better version. And Josh Norman, if Josh Norman could teach Ambry, and you know how to take away pass, you know how to force turnovers. Oh man, that's a one up on his game. Deamador Lenore is a different type of DB, man. He's more of a solid, like zone. Can play a little man, but you'll see him get beat because of his size.
Scrappy, willing to take a more gamble on the ball.
Right.
Like I like both of these guys for what they do.
Right.
But they're not the same. They are not the same guys. I like it, man. You know, Jason Battle, thanks for the contribution, $10 contribution. So I'm always only lurking, but Mike, you cheering for the Cowboys hurts my old dog. Listen, me too. I sent my mom home because she's a Cowboys fan, and I didn't want them to win. And then I realized what I said at the beginning of the season was I think the Niners back their way into the postseason, and by the time they get there, Trey Lance is the starter, and we catch the league by storm. We're not out of postseason contention. And if we want what I said to come true, we need the Cowboys to get the Vikings out of playoff contention or being ahead of us in those rankings. And so I still have to cheer for what I think is best for the 49ers. Right now, here's what I think about this team really quick. I think this entire roster is really, really good. And we can make a postseason run with the roster if they play the right way. I don't think there's any more talent that we need to go out there looking for. We got the receivers, we got the running backs, we got the tight ends, and I even think we got the quarterback to make this offense special. We got the players on the defensive side of the ball. The ones that we don't have right now are coming back in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, we got all the pieces that we need here, and the special teams unit is actually playing better than what any of us thought they would be playing this year. So if that's the case, I got to sit here and say, hey, watch out for those 49ers. We a sneaky team that can make some noise late in the season. I got to stick with my original prediction and say that we back into the postseason, and that means I got to cheer for these bum-ass Cowboys. Y'all know I hate them just as much as I hate the Seahawks. But if they're going to help us in our journey, hey, the enemy of my enemy, I'm just saying.
I just reading some of the comments, yo. I like some of the stuff y'all say is so funny to me because.
Are you about to curse out somebody?
No, they said Jimmy even threw to Tease Tabor, but Tease Tabor dropped the pass. And he didn't throw it to him ever again.
Yeah. But you know, I mean, so people are gonna say, "Oh, well, he should have thrown an interception." But I mean, we've seen interceptions where the receiver caught the ball and then somebody just took it away from him. And that's not on the quarterback. So it goes both ways. I mean, the results are the results. You know, people were talking about Shanahan all week long, right? He should fire him. We should fire him because in 5 years they had one win a season. There's no more excuses, right? Other coaches played with bad quarterbacks, right? If we're gonna say the results are results, then we can't sit there and say it when the quarterback doesn't lose the ball. You know what I'm saying? When the quarterback doesn't turn it over, as Rush fumbles the ball. You know, we got to honor it both ways. We can't just pick and choose. So, Ridwan says here, Jimmy had 322 yards, but that screen pass to Debo went like 80 yards. And you were absolutely right. You were 100% right. It wasn't a touchdown, resulted in only 3 points right before the half. But in Kyle's system, you see 60, 70, and 80-yard plays because of how well designed they are. You can't take that away from the quarterback. You can't take that away from the wide receiver. And Debo's play was what, 63 yards? I think we said his long was.
No, I don't think we said what his long was.
Oh, shit. My bad. I thought it was like 63 yards. But either way, I mean, you can't take away from it because Kyle designed things like that.
Debo's long was 83.
It was 83. What did I get 63 from? How did I confuse that number?
Well, Debo had 2 long plays, guys. I think we're getting these misconstrued. So you got the screen, and then you got the deep throw down the field.
Ah, okay. Okay, there you go. There you go. You're right. You're right. But either way, man, I mean, look, you got to take it for what it is. Because
and the screen was 83, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Kyle designed things like that. And so we can't take away and say, oh, yeah, he did this, but. And I know we do that when we want to hate on somebody, right? Like when we sitting here saying, oh, man, Jimmy is trash. He had this many yards, and one of them was all on the receiver. Kyle designs that. I mean, we can't take it away from him. We got to be real with ourselves. The other last contribution that we have here, Big Dez is back. He said, if we can get our rookie corners in, we can unleash Williams on blitz packages because he is a sure tackler. I saw Williams miss one tonight that had me screaming at the screen in the first half. Hufunga also. Ford heels up. We got something. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Big Dez. Now it's not gonna look like it because we were playing the slippery quarterback tonight, but we got something with or without Ford. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. We got something with or without Ford.
Hold on, though, Mike. So like, yeah.
So Bosa got a sack. Evan got a sack.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Bosa had 2. Nobody talking about it, but Bosa had 2 sacks tonight. Ebucam had 1, right? We didn't see Willis have to get in there.
Yeah, Nick Bosa had 2 sacks. Yep.
Yeah. We ain't gonna want to talk about it because they weren't flashy and all that stuff, right? But the truth is the truth. We got something with or without Ford. Now I know Ford makes us better, so let me not diminish what that man brings to the table. But we're gonna be all right with or without Ford. We got something. We cooking with something, whether he's here or not, bro.
Okay.
Whether he's here or not. And you know that one sack that Bosa got that we were I believe that was right before the half. Remember Tony was talking about the wide 9 is hurting us. And I said, look at this sack right here. We weren't even lined up in the wide 9. He wasn't even in the wide 9 set. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is, bro. We got something, guys. We're not out of this. And I'm not trying to give anybody any hopes about the season. I'm still going to pick the Niners to lose. I'm still going to pick us to lose against the Cardinals because I don't think Jimmy can do this again. But it tells me that the talent is out there on the field. We got the pieces we need. We got the run game. We got the willing receivers. We got the guys who can go up for contested catches. We got the guys who can go up and make plays when it's a screen pass. We got guys that can go out there and get deep. I mean, it's all there. All the pieces you want for a successful football team are there. You know what's not there? The consistency from the quarterback position. So you put up 300 this week. I'm expecting 217 next week, and I don't think that's going to be enough. But that's another story for another time. But thanks for the contribution, Big Dez. You know, it is what it is, man. What were you gonna say, man? He said you said you were gonna challenge me on that when I said we got something with or without Ford.
Well, I mean, don't you got to factor in the competition now? Because we were playing the Bears, their offensive line isn't that great, you know, and so like you got to factor that in. So I agree we do have something, but I still think we need Ford. Like I think Ford is what puts us over the top and makes us that playoff contention team if we get back on trajectory. You know what I'm saying? And so you keep limiting Ford. You keep Ford's games consistent as far as snaps or whatever. I mean, I didn't even see him get the concussion, so that's why it's so weird. But yeah,
but let me tell you, man, I will take a concussion over a back injury,
absolutely,
or a knee injury.
that sounds bad to say too, by the way.
It
but
does.
You do know what we mean.
But knowing his chronic injury history, you know what I'm saying? This is a positive step in the right direction. I'm sorry, sorry, but it is. Here's the other thing too, man. We were sitting here talking about, you know, who we got out there and what they bring to the table. Ford, in my opinion, and I could be way wrong here, so feel free to challenge me on this. Ford is a straight line speed guy. These guys that are shifty and wiggle out the pocket, I think they neutralize Ford. Ford's
so it's
job,
hard to, I disagree, because we watched, if it wasn't for Ford is the reason why we were able to contain Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray.
But he wasn't straight pass rush. He was setting the edge.
And that doesn't. But he didn't. He wasn't asked to pass rush.
Right. Right.
That's why you need him. That's my point. And so you watch Justin Fields go have a field day because you didn't have a guy out there setting the edge. If you had that guy out there setting the edge, I don't think Justin Fields would have been able to escape the pocket like he did.
No, I agree with what you're saying, right? I completely agree with what you're saying. But what I'm saying with this is this, right? I don't think Ford would have been able to get the sack that Ebukam had, because he don't have that stutter step wiggly thing that Ebukam has. I think Ford, when he goes after the quarterback, why do people keep saying Murray is out? Is he really out for 3 weeks? I didn't see that.
Murray is he has an injury that's to keep him sidelined 1 to 3 weeks.
What's the injury? When did this happen?
It's his ankle. It's his foot.
He finished
ankle.
that game.
Yeah, but he was limping at the end, Mike. Like, did you watch the game? Like, dude was straight up limping to the side like his legs was broken, shaking and twisting, kind of like
him limping in the huddle and still throwing passes.
He got a high ankle sprain or something.
Okay,
something with his foot.
Okay, all right. We'll get to that when we start previewing the next game. But here's my point, and I'm not trying to diminish Ford at all. I'm not. So please don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. I think that Ford and Sosa are two different types of rushers.
Yeah, we agree.
I really do. And what we saw from Ford setting the edge was different. You know why they use Ford to set the edge? Because he's got that speed. He's got that speed.
That's,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if they get outside, he gets there quick.
Right.
I can take the right angle and meet him at the point, right? Sosa, not so much. Not so much. But I think Sosa's also a little bit more wiggly. If somebody's on him and the guy's trying to do one of these, you ain't gonna catch me, baby D. I think Sosa's better with the choppy feet than Ford is. And so the sack that Sosa got today, all right, maybe Ford would have got it, but maybe he wouldn't. You know, I think they bring different things to the table. And as long as it's not one of these wiggly guys, I think we're okay no matter what. I do.
Yeah, I dig that. I dig that.
Now, we did get 3 contributions in a row. I've never seen this before in 4 or 5 years of doing shows. 3 in a row. So Niner Cali boy says we beaten the Turd Birds without Kyler and Watt. And again, this is where my questions came from. I didn't know that Kyler was out. And Terrence doubles up. He says, Mike, what if Murray is out? And I'll get back to you guys on that. Y'all got to give me some time. Who's their backup quarterback?
I don't know.
That's dangerous. That's even more dangerous, in my opinion, not knowing. Let me see. Arizona Cardinals depth chart. So their backup quarterback is Colt McCoy.
Oh, yeah. The former 49er. Didn't Kyle Shanahan have Colt McCoy when he was a Cleveland Brown?
And in Washington. He played in Washington too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. He's a journeyman now. Colt McCoy could light us up and run the ball.
Tanya Sayal, thank you so much for the contribution. I'm happy y'all still on. Have a blessed week. Thank you, and you too.
Thank you, sweetie.
I didn't know it was Colt. If it's Colt, we winning.
You said if it's Colt, we winning?
If it's Colt, we winning that game, bro. We
I
can't lose
don't
that
know,
game.
bro. I don't know.
Nah, they can't beat us if Colt's back there.
They better not. I'm just saying.
And their third guy is somebody named Chris Streveler.
I'm just saying Colt can extend plays, bro. That's all I'm saying. He's a tough little sucker.
Chris Streveler been in the league for 2 years. Yeah, but Colt's arm is worse than Jimmy Garoppolo's. They ain't gonna want to talk about it.
Not if he dunking and shunking and dunking.
All right.
Who got better weapons, Arizona or the 49ers?
Nah, I'm gonna still take the Niners.
Okay.
Because let me tell you why. That's a mosquito.
It was a mosquito.
Nah, I missed it.
You clap mad hard. Don't you hate when you clap mad hard?
You hurt yourself more than the damn bug, right?
It's like you be trying to finish this.
Because the Cardinals got some old ass weapons that they use a lot. Like I like DeAndre Hopkins, right? He's a possession guy. He's not a speed guy. He's the best possession guy, but he's a possession guy. D-Hop, not a slight, best receiver in the league, not a slight at all. Okay, him and Keenan Allen. Okay, but they using AJ Green. AJ Green caught a pass against us, right? And nobody was near him. You know what he did? He crumbled and braced for impact. Nobody was close to him. He could have turned and ran that joint in.
Dude been hurt for the past 5 years.
He's old and fragile, and he's still their third wide receiver. That's my point. That's
but then they got guys like Christian Kirk who would beat us down the field.
That's the third guy. Yeah.
I'm
sorry, he's the second guy. So you got two good wide receivers, right? I'm not counting AJ Green as a good wide receiver.
And you better count Rondale Moore.
Okay, that's their running back, right?
No, that's their wide receiver.
Oh, that's the young rookie, the speedy dude. That's the speedy dude. Okay, but but here's what I'll say: which combination do you want more, Hopkins and Kirk, or Debo and Ayuk if they use the right way?
See, that's not fair because if they're used the right way, that's the caveat.
Yes, sir.
Hopkins and Kirk, they're like it's like the same in my opinion.
To a push, right? It's close to a push. So now let's look at.
I ain't forget about Isabella. I don't know why he ain't mentioned Andy Isabella.
Andy Isabella was one of my top 5 wide receivers that draft class, but they don't use him. So I can't.
They're not using him now because they drafted Rondale Moore,
right?
And he done moved Isabella down on the depth chart,
right? So I can't talk about him if they're not talking about him. I mean, what am I supposed to do? So here's my thing now. Okay, now look at the run game. Which group of running backs you want more?
I actually like their running backs, bro. James Conner and freaking Chase Edmonds. And Chase Edmonds out the backfield is dangerous.
Chase Edmonds got nothing on Mitchell.
See, that's bullcrap because Chase Edmonds is better than Mitchell. We're just starting to utilize Mitchell. Chase Edmonds is a veteran, and he's catching the ball out the backfield like none other, bro. And then James Conner is their touchdown leader.
Listen.
All right, how many touchdowns the 49er running backs got?
I don't know, but I don't care. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Niners, just hear me out. Wait, but hear me out real quick. The Niners scored 11 touchdowns with 11 different people. They don't look to get the running backs looks all the time. They spread the ball out.
That's not their fault. That's like that. You can't. That's the Niners. That's on the Niners, bro.
Yes. So I don't care about the running back scoring touchdowns as long as we score touchdowns. I don't care if the running back runs for 99 yards and on the last yard, Jimmy runs it in. I don't care about that.
But my point is, Mike, their running backs do the same thing and put points up. Like, you get what I'm saying? Wait. So when you're getting production from the run game and scoring from the run game, it makes it a little different because now the defense got to stop the run, and then that opens up the pass. Right?
I never looked it up, but I'm willing to bet you that Edmonds never finished the game with 7.6 yards a carry.
He doesn't have to. That's not their game.
So how he better than somebody that averaged 7?
Because he's scoring points.
That don't make him better, bro.
That does make him better.
Okay, so was Jeff Wilson the year that he had 4 carries for 6 yards and 4 touchdowns? That made him better than Raheem Mostert?
No, because he just wasn't a better. But he wasn't a better running back than Raheem Mostert. We're talking about better overall running backs. I think Chase Edmonds at this point in his career is better than Elijah Mitchell.
All right.
And Trey Sermon and whoever else we got as a running back.
Okay.
He's been in the league for a while.
All right. I mean, okay. I ain't all right. That's fine. I'm not looking for somebody to cross the goal line and say, oh, they better than the other guy. I ain't gonna do it.
Like, all right, you know what? Let's just do this. And you can't compare stats because Mike is saying the 49ers don't utilize Elijah Mitchell right. So
yes. And by the way, I also said if utilized right when we were even comparing the wide receivers. So let's be clear here. Because I'll take Kirk and his production and Hopkins and his production over Ayuk and Debo and their production. I said if utilized right. So let's be very, very clear with what I'm talking about here. I'm not delusional. I don't get down like that. So y'all got to listen to what I'm saying here.
So Chase Edmonds, Chase Edmonds and James Conner share the running back load. So if you're talking about who's the better down back, who's the better, every down back, then it's Elijah Mitchell because he ain't sharing the load. He hasn't been sharing the load.
He's not the third down back. They
bring in. Yeah, but that's not how they utilize Edmonds and Conner. They mixing them in and out. And so they utilize James Conner more now that he's healthy as their lead running back. And you know who their pass catching back is? You know what Chase Edmonds is? He's what Jet McKinnon was supposed to be for the 49ers. So he's not giving you the 100-yard games on the ground, but he's giving you that dual threat. So he's speedy. He's catching the ball out the backfield. And then James Conner is their bell cow guy. That's the guy that they kind of like probably start the game with. I mean,
all right,
look.
So Chase Edmonds is averaging 5.7 yards a carry. He's got 75 attempts. Now, to your point, Elijah Mitchell's only averaging 5.4 yards a carry on 81 attempts. So more carries, less yards.
Take it how you want it, bro.
Less yards per attempt. But Chase Edmonds only got one rushing touchdown where Elijah Mitchell got 3. So now, what do you say? We got more touchdowns on that side.
I still say Chase, and because I said the majority of the touchdowns go to James Conner. I said that. That's the guy that's scoring on their team. But as a running back tandem, they have the better tandem. As a running back compared to each other, I think Chase Edmonds is the better guy because he's also utilized pass catching out the backfield. That's what I'm saying. Like Chase Edmonds is the better all-around back.
Wait, this year? James Conner? Nah, this can't be this year.
James Conner
got 8 touchdowns this year?
That cat is balling. And a lot of his stuff comes down at the goal line. He's
I told everybody in the offseason that Connors and that system was going to be crazy good. And they laughed at me and told me I was fucking crazy. They said I didn't know what I was talking about. I told y'all. I knew it. I said in that system, Connor's gonna go crazy. I didn't know he had 8 touchdowns already this year.
Yo, they get the ball down to the goal line, bro, and they give it to him. He is their Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yeah,
he's not gashing you up for yards. Look at his yards. What is he averaging per carry? 3 point something, 4 point something, if that.
Where'd he go? Who we talking about? We talking about Connor, right?
James Conner, yeah.
3.8.
Told you.
Yeah, it's not a lot of yards, right? Right. But see, like that's all right. That's cool.
It's probably another push, bro. But it just seems because they're scoring 30 plus points a game easily. As of last week, they weren't, but easily it looks like that. It just looks like their running back tandem is a little bit better.
All right, man. I'm ready to go home, bro.
Yeah, man. I gotta go to work in the morning.
All right, man.
But this was fun.
Yeah. Cali Boy, let's read this out here loud. He says, Wayne, my brother, Cole ain't been ish since Texas.
I like that.
It's a dub, baby.
I like it.
Dub. I thought there was one more contribution. Oh, I see this one here. Sermon needs touches. Mitchell will get tired. Hey, until he get tired, I say keep it moving with him, bro. What say you?
I would love for Kyle to mix it up too, bro. But you know what? Things happen when you try to fix something that's not broke. And so, hey, man, at this moment right now, Mitchell looks like he's got the hot hand. And so let's just see if Kyle continues to feed him.
Right. Cornello Ortiz says here, I still say F Jimmy. Hey, and a lot of people still feel like that. A lot of people, nah, I'm for real. Tell me I'm lying, Wayne.
Nah, you're not lying, dog.
A lot of people still feel that way, bro. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you're wrong. A lot of people still feel that way because they feel like this is fool's gold. This is a one-off. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a possibility.
it is.
Jimmy's gotta show that consistency, man. Like Jimmy's got to go out there and command his troops to a victory over the Cardinals. I asked this, man. When's the last time Jimmy lost 2 in a row to Arizona?
Jimmy had never lost 2 in a row until this year. So he's never lost 2 in a row to Arizona. So,
but I'm just saying, like, when has he lost 2? As far as the series, it doesn't have to mean it had to be in one season.
Series. I don't think that. I think he usually splits with Arizona. If I'm not mistaken.
So then this is the split game, and this is a possibility where Jimmy is out there. Jimmy won that last game. Remember, not the past game, but remember, Jimmy won against Arizona. He took that team on his back, threw that bad pass to Jeff Wilson Jr. That was,
won both of them, for being honest with ourselves, but it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good, guys. I want you guys to have a wonderful night. This is Mike signing off here from Nothing But Niners. I'm kidding, guys. Did that sound good on the microphone? How'd that sound?
Actually, you sound just like the dude from Squid Games.
That sounded robotic. I like that. Let's go, baby. I've been practicing, man. Hey, I got to find something freaky to do with this match later on. See if my wife want to get into my Squid Games. Oh, damn. This is not Patreon. I should not have said that. Did we read this contribution here? Sermon, Mitchell, where'd it go? Oh, yeah, we did read that one. The more touches. All right, Breezy, you know what time it is, man. We're going to get ready to go home, bro. I love you. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for jumping on here with me. Guys, we did not forget about the giveaway and the fundraiser that Nick did for that autographed Fred Warner jersey. But I don't have the list of names of the people, so we cannot do the giveaway tonight. That is something that we need Nick to do. So maybe he'll do a special show, a one-time show for that, or maybe he'll even just wait until Tuesday. But we do apologize about that. We waited. Nick had some car troubles. He actually broke down on the side of the road. So prayers up for Nick. I'm not praying for a car, but as long as my guy is okay, I'll be all right. Nick had some car issues that let him down on the side of the road, and he had to get it towed. So as long as Nick is all right, we will give that away. I want to thank you all for your participation in Nick's fundraiser there. We did raise over the $500 goal, and Nothing But Niners is going to round it all the way up to an even $750 to send to the Golden Heart Fund. So thank you all very much. I don't have the applause thing over here, but I want to thank you all very, very much for your help with that matter. You guys are the best. This fan base is sincerely the best.
Thanks.
Nick put the post up there, and he had some takes. But when people found out that the donations were going to go, 100% of the proceeds were going to go to the Golden Heart Fund, they just jumped on it right away. There were people saying, let me make donations and contributions without a name in the raffle. Mm-hmm. This is the best fan base out there. Do you hear me?
Hands down.
We going to argue, we going to fight, because if shit ain't right, we going to let you know. But we support each other and we support good causes. I'm very, very proud of this fan base. Breezy, let's go home, man. Give me some. No, I didn't say. See, now y'all making y'all. You know what? Tell Nick to get a Toyota. Nick car broke down. You know what? They tease me about my electronics. Fuck it. Tease him too. Tease him.
Hey,
tease
man.
him too. That's right.
They be telling you to get. They be telling you to get a Mac.
Yeah, it's always get Apple products, right? So F it, man. Get on him too. That's right. I'm glad y'all giving it to Nick too. Breezy, let's do some final thoughts and go home, bro.
Man, final thoughts, man. 49ers did what they had to do. They secured a victory on the road. They got themselves back in the win column. That's definitely a good look for the 49ers, man. And you know what? It's time for them to prepare for glory, anticipate pain, and bring that shit next week, because they got to do it again, and then again, and then again, and then again. But shout out to all the faithful out there who stayed and remained faithful through all the turmoil, through all the confusion, through everything. And let's keep this team up afloat, man. Let's get to these playoffs, y'all. Let's bump the playoffs. Let's beat Arizona. How about that? Let's start there. Let's get a win in our division.
I like it, bro.
Oh, don't forget to support my show,
Tell 'em.
Nitty Gritty Niners, on the Wayne Breezy channel right here on YouTube, guys. So if you want to watch some more 49er content, we also did a show earlier. Go give it a watch. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I appreciate my brothers Mike, Nick, Tony. I was about to say Wayne, but I am Wayne. So I appreciate all the
Method
brothers
Man, we
from
bring
Nothing
the
But
flame.
Niners.
Yeah, man. You know, my final thoughts are going to be this, guys. The Niners took a lot of steps in the right direction. We saw the adjustments from head coach Kyle Shanahan. We saw a solid game from quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, who did not pass for any touchdowns, but also did not pass and complete any passes to the opposing team. No fumbles out there, 0 turnovers for Jimmy Garoppolo. Kyle stuck with the run game and got us almost 200 yards with one guy. Actually, I don't even know how many total rushing yards we finished with. But, you know, Kyle stuck with his guns, and he did what was right for the team. He even got guys like Brandon Ayuk involved. He got Hasty involved in the mix as well. We saw some spreading around the ball. Not a lot of spreading around the run game, but we got to see some things. Juice got back to old Juice blocking ways. You know, there was people starting to question if Juice still had it in them. And we saw the things that we needed to see this week. More importantly than that, guys, we got the win. We got the second half adjustments, and I think a little bit of the faith has been restored. It's one thing to lose a game, right, and look good. It's another thing to just look bad. And we've been looking bad for the last couple of games. So
Facts.
This is a good game. No punts, no situations to punt, and the score should have been more. Our kicker relinquished at least 4 points. I know he missed one field goal and one extra point. That's 4 points right there. That's also field position. This team answered every single time the Bears scored. We came back down the field and we scored as well. And Jimmy Garoppolo, man, I think if I'm not mistaken, he led 8 scoring drives today, or at least put his team in position to score on 8 drives. We might have missed the field goal, but that's not on Jimmy Garoppolo. He led 8 scoring drives. We haven't been able to say that in 2 seasons. Nobody's going to talk about that. I'm going to point it out, and you'll hear it later on from somebody with a blue check mark on Twitter or in an article on USA Today or some shit like that. All right. But in 2 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo has not led 8 scoring drives in one game. He did it today, guys. Kyle Shanahan is back in his bag. Jimmy showed out for his friends and family, and whatever it takes, you know what I'm saying? And we also showed the most important thing, which is unity on the side of the field. He rallied the troops. We wanted to see the captain step up. We wanted to see Jimmy give a damn about the game. Maybe it was because his friends and family were out there. He didn't want to get embarrassed in front of his squad, but whatever it was, whatever it took, we got the dub. All right. So I'm going to give my hat tip to Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm going to give my hat tip to Kyle Shanahan, and I'm going to give my hat tip to the special teams unit who did not have to punt all day long. I want to thank you guys for checking us out. I want to thank you guys for rocking with us. And I want to thank you guys for being who you are. We're going to go home. I'm going to eat some wings, and I'm going to bed. Maybe I'm going to wear my costume to bed, see if I can wake my wife up. Happy Halloween to all the faithfuls out there. We love y'all. Y'all know what it is. Wayne, you ready?
Let's go.
Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always
remain faithful.
Peace.
Peace.
Get out of here, y'all. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but we them nothing but Niners.